Basically, the man gets castrated and the skin from the penis is used to make a neovagina. And then you might get breast implants as well. And for the woman, it's a more complex operation that involves harvesting flesh from either the forearm or the thigh and crafting a neophallus out of it. It's not particularly functional. Both sexes tend to take cross-sex hormones as well. So that's the sort of person like that most people think of, like when they think of a trans woman and they think like, well, why wouldn't that woman be allowed into changing rooms? They assume the person has been castrated, honestly, Dan. They think you're talking about somebody who can't now commit a sex crime. They don't think, well, is it really appropriate for me to demand that somebody gets castrated in order to use this bathroom, or that the women in the bathroom have to find out whether this man has been castrated or not? It's obviously not. And anyway, since then, all those conditions about surgery have gone. Now it's just about self-ID, it's just about what you say. And now we really don't know what the numbers are because the definition is so vague. It's just what you say. And it's incredibly different depending what age group you're talking about. So a recent survey suggested that maybe 10% of kids in American schools, at least in some cities, identify as in some sense trans. They don't all, I see your face, they don't all say that they're members of the opposite sex. Most of them identify as non-binary or genderqueer or gender fluid or demi-boy or trans-feminine or something like this. I asked around, I asked people who live in liberal cities here in the UK and in the US, and about 10% was what often people said to me. If they had kids of about 15, they'd ask their kids, how many kids in your class identify as something other than their sex? And it was about 10%. The ones, and they by no means all say they've gender dysphoria. Most of them don't.